So that's not the noise you want to hear. That's a grumbling bearing. So if you hear that noise on the road and it'll be louder, you know something's bad. And then this is showing you that the bearing's on the way out. And that isn't good. And this one has got very little grease in it. And the grease has got water in it, so that bearing's shot. So once you get the cap off and clear out some of the grease, you have to unbend this split pin and take that out. You can use that again, but you're better to use a new one if you've got one. But don't throw it away, because you might need that again. Now you just undo the castle nut, which should be finger tight because it's held in place by the split pin. Again, if you've got a new castle nut, that's good, but you often haven't, so you keep that as well. When you put it back, you have to get the bearing reasonably tight because there's taper bearings, but back it off a bit, but you've got to locate a castle with the hole, so you don't want it tight, but you don't want it too loose. The bearing off, keep that part, which is the thrust washer that the castle nut works on. These are quite poor actually. I'm happy with those, but that's all there is. And you take the whole hub off. You note which bearing is which, but the back bearing always has the plastic bit in. So that's all the bit you don't want anymore, including the front bearing in there. Hopefully the back bearing comes off, which it does. You put those over there. I always put a little bit of the spare grease over here so you can actually get the new bearing on. Stop bearing, it's the one with the plastic bit on. So you can see they're taper bearings, so if you tighten it up too much on the castle nut, they'll nip and seize the wheel. Anyway, you put that on there. Oh, you don't jam your glove in it, that's stupid. You put that on there like that, push it all the way back. And I usually, because the grease nipples on these ones are not that good, so I always put a little bit of grease on. Like that. Where's the new hub? So this is the hub that you put in. I always put a little bit of grease on the back of the hub because the grease nipple there don't always work well. I don't know why. But anyway, you put that on to the back, and then you put the front bearing in like that. Check it turns reasonable. It's a bit grumbly. Okay. Then you put the thrust washer on, like that, which this one doesn't fit properly, which isn't good. Then you put the castle nut back on, and this is a bit where opinion is divided, and it's an interesting thing. So you get it on to your bearing. Seems good, and I think that feels a little bit loose. Stop. So you tighten this up with your big spanner until you get what you consider is quite a good run and no sideways movement. If you're lucky, and I have been on this one, your split pin goes through. If not, put your split pin through actually, so you can bend it right, which I didn't. Do like that, like that. Right.
This is just an example. So these
Like that. Can cut these shorter, but I just get along those pliers. Then all the way around and out of the way. I could show sure it needs, but I'm going to cut them easy here because we're on a campsite in Devon. I'm doing this. Oh, I cooked my fish that I caught this morning. And then that's quite good. So I then got a bit of grease in dust. Because I don't trust, as I said, the grease nipples on some of these hubs. Although if you put it in, let's see what happens. Well, you can never get them off well. When you do, if you're not careful. Put the new cap on. Now this one, curiously, hasn't got a hole to get the air out. So it might say, sod off as I try and put it on. And it kind of is, so I might have to put hold on. Yeah, that ain't good. I had to use the old cap because the new one hadn't got a hole in, and the air won't come out and you will not get one on. So what that's all about, I don't know. So I'll take it home with me and drill a hole in it. Doesn't matter if it's any cap, they stay on. Keep going. And then that's that. And you just get the wheel, and as if by magic, okay, this notch for the grease nipple. Make that easy for yourself by putting it at the top. Put the wheel on. And you just put the nuts on. Quite simple, job jobbed.